What is going on, everybody? It's your buddy Aaron. Welcome back to another G35 video. Super excited on this video because it's finally the day that we can go ahead and put our twin turbo forged G35 built motor into the car. We could finally put it in the car. We had a little bit of a setback, and that's because our clutch kit that we got from my buddy was missing kind of an important piece. And when I went ahead and installed it earlier this week, there was just a little bit of play inside of the clutch, and I didn't like that, so I wanted to figure out what was wrong, and I figured out that it was missing a pretty important piece. So this right here is the IM plate that goes in between the two carbon clutch discs. And yeah, that's pretty important because it's kind of like a little friction plate right there that you need. So luckily Exedy does have all the parts that are included in their clutches available for purchase separately. So I was able to get that overnighted. So we got that today at 10:30 in the morning. I'm glad I got it early, this way I could jump on the build. Yesterday I just kind of wanted to do a couple cleaning up and just kind of get the engine ready to go ahead and bolt up the transmission bell housing. I did have to pretty much uninstall one of the wastegates because it was just in the way for the transmission bell housing to go ahead and connect up to it. Also, I wanted to use my JWT clutch flywheel. Unfortunately, I can't do that because it doesn't fit the twin disc clutch. So I am going to be using the lightweight flywheel that came with the Exedy twin disc clutch, which is actually a lighter flywheel. So I'm not really too unstoked about that, but I really did want to use the JWT flywheel because it's badass. It's about 1 pound heavier, but I wanted it because it was brand new, but looks like I won't be able to use it anyway, but that's okay because we still got a badass lightweight flywheel in there anyway. I took the time yesterday to go ahead and wash the G, got it nice and cleaned up. I vacuumed the inside, just kind of getting it ready because once it's running, I'm gonna be feeling real nice with it being all clean inside. I also went ahead and wrapped up the rest of the fuel lines all the way up to the top there so that there's no issues as far as heat getting to the fuel lines. And yeah, the engine bay is pretty much ready for an engine, so I'm super stoked. So with all the little things taken care of yesterday as much as I could while I'm waiting for this IM plate to be received from UPS, I hopefully don't have to do a bunch of little things today. I just gotta go ahead and bolt up the clutch and put the wastegate back on, which might be kind of a pain in the butt. I got some socket extensions with like little joints on them so that I can get to the bolts because it's gonna be a pain in the butt once the bell housing is on there to actually tighten up the wastegate bolts. But I got some swivel sockets and some joint sockets, so hopefully I'll be able to get to that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start bolting up the clutch, get that thing torqued down, and then we're gonna start putting the transmission on there. Might be able to go ahead and put it in the car. Let's do it. So my version of the twin disc carbon D clutch doesn't even use that IM plate. So I was freaking out about this fucking play just now. I fucking overnighted this stupid ass IM plate. I could have did this yesterday and got it in the car. I called technical support and they told me that that play is normal. It's supposed to do that. It's a free floating like center plate. So I'm just gonna send that plate back and we're gonna install the clutch. Alright guys, check it out. Got the flywheel and the pressure plate with both carbon D discs installed. Twin disc, guys. It's crazy. I've been looking at the wrong part number the whole time because, you know, I bought the kit used, so I didn't really buy it from Exedy's website. Saved a whole bunch of money, but, you know, I thought it was missing that plate. I was looking at the wrong freaking clutch the whole time, and turns out that the plate right here, that's normal. So, alright. Yeah, what they told me is that this is pretty much a free-floating center clutch piece, and that is supposed to do that, so whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some grease in here on the spline, and yeah, we're gonna try and go ahead and bolt up our transmission, which I got right here. We're gonna try and bolt that up and then see if we can get our wastegate back on there. Luckily, I didn't have to like cut the wrap or anything. I just kind of like set it off to the side. So hopefully I'll be able to just bolt it right back up. I got our flanges and our bolts right here. So yeah, hopefully we will be okay. So it's not being very nice to us right now. So I'm about to be not very nice to it. I'm gonna go ahead and trim off the part of the bow housing right here so we can go ahead and fit it on there. Dude, it's in. Guys, I'm fucking beat from that. I'm literally like dripping, drenched in sweat. I had to literally take my shirt off so I can fucking just wipe my face off with it and not die out here. But check it out, we got the transmission up onto the motor, pretty much. Had to use 2 jacks, pretty much helped me lift up the back end and the front end to get it perfect. I did have to drill the part of the bell housing just to clear this wastegate because I did not want to go through all that wrap and taking all that off. So I went ahead and grinded it down a little bit right there, and it cleared it just fine, and we got it onto the motor. So I'm stoked now. We're gonna go ahead and put the bolts in, and yeah, let's continue. All right, guys, 2 hours and a pain in the ass later, we finally have everything all back together. As far as the wastegate, we even got the starter installed on here, and I can definitely tell why they wanted us to go ahead and heat wrap the starter, because it's literally touching the heat wrap for the hot side of the turbos. But hopefully with all this wrap, no damage will be done to the starter. Plus, this is a kit. I'm pretty sure Greddy thought of that when they wrote the instructions and everything. So I'm glad they told me to go ahead and wrap that up, and I'm glad that I wrapped up some other things around it. And guys, this was a huge pain in the freaking balls, yo. Just putting everything together, trying to get all the bolts to line up to get the wastegates on, like huge pain in the butt. But we got everything all together. Thing is literally complete. We just finished it. We just finished the freaking engine with the transmission, the clutch, flywheel, forge internals, heads, everything is done. Turbo kit installed. So now what we have left to do is go ahead and put it into the car, go ahead and connect all the vacuums, connect all the harness connectors, of course, and then we're gonna have to get started on our cold piping as far as the turbos, get the intercooler all set up and everything like that. So we still got a lot of work ahead of us, but we definitely made some progress. I am beat. Look at me, guys. Holy shit, it's freaking hot as hell out here, but we're not stopping because that's what we do on here. There has been so many times throughout this build where I just wanted to quit. I just wanted to give up, and sometimes you just gotta take a break. You gotta stand up, you gotta go like eat like a fucking Snickers bar or some shit, and then you come back and then you reevaluate and you continue working. And honestly, what this build has taught me throughout the last years, from the accident to the rebuild to the second rebuild with the turbos, is that you got to be patient, you got to do things the right way, and sometimes you just got to sit back, relax, and then get back to it. Don't over stress yourself, because that's kind of what I did during the first build, and I ended up actually re-injuring my back that was fractured in the accident a couple of times. And now I'm kind of just taking it easy. Obviously I'm a lot better now, healed now, but I'm just taking it step at a time, step by step, and I'm not just thinking about all the things that I still have to do that's left over. So I'm pretty stoked, guys. I'm pretty stoked. All the hard work is finally starting to pay off, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the whole garage, and I'm gonna move the truck out the way because we're gonna be pulling up the G35 into the garage so that we can start putting the engine in it. So I'm stoked. Let's do it.
Thank you, bro. That's what's fuck. Oh, shit, son.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Damn, this shit haven't been here in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
You guys already know, we got D across the street, came back and helped us out, pushing it in. Appreciate you, bro.
You already know.
He's like, bro, let's just put it in, bro. Just like last time, he's like, so we're just gonna put it in?
No, you should just sit here looking at it, close to it, you know?
Oh yeah, bro, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Nothing to it but to do it.
it, my dudes. Look at that. Look at it. We got the engine in. It's in place. It is a super tight fit, like super tight. How we like it sometimes, but with this, it's a pain in the ass, you know? No, but seriously, guys, we fucking did it. We really did it. We finished the engine today with the transmission bolted up to. We put it in the car. I got everything pretty much tight right now as far as the engine mounts, as well as the transmission cross-member brace. That is all tight. Everything's good as far as mounts. So I was just kind of inspecting everything, trying to make sure everything is good, everything clears, everything, and it was good. Just feeding it into the car, we had to really watch out for the there's like a hard line down by the power steering. I bent that a couple times on like the blown motor car and my other G, and you just got to be real careful that you don't bend that. So that's pretty much it. You got to wiggle it in a certain angle, you know what I'm saying? Looks like it cleared the steering column. The only thing I'm worried about is going to be on this side right here where the oil feed line runs. As you guys can see, the oil feed line is like pretty much right there between the body and the turbo. It's a little tight, and I'm hoping that like with all the engine flexing and whatnot, that it doesn't eat away at that line. If anything, I would rather it eat away at the body and not that line. I guess we're going to be testing that out because there's really no other way that I can run it without it being right on the hot side of the turbo. So yeah, we're just gonna leave it just like that and see how long we can go with that. But yo, guys, I am so stoked. This is such an achievement. Everything, all the hell that I went through just in the last month, building the motor, putting everything together, fabricating all the little stupid things that don't fit. We finally got everything all set and ready to go. I hope this thing rips, yo. I hope it's worth all that slave and labor, but you know, I'm super proud of myself that I was able to do most of it myself without like the brute labor that I did have my neighbor come and help me out with, and a couple people. Huge shout out to everybody that I reached out to. Martin, our SNLP, with all of his advice and what I should do when I had certain questions. VQ Brian, JDVQ, because he just put a Greddy twin turbo kit on his car. Huge shout out to everybody. Renan from Leonardo Auto Performance, thank you, brother. But that's about it as far as dropping in the motor. I'm gonna have to worry about all of the little things, such as obviously adding the harness and all the hoses, vacuums, and things like that. While I was putting the engine in, I already did the vacuums to the boost gauge, or the boost control solenoid, so you can see that the vacuums are there. We got our fuel pressure regulator right there. I just gotta go ahead and wire everything else up that is not attached to it, and just kind of, you know, readjust these vacuums a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and worry about all of the little things right now, and I'll see you guys in a second. Check it out, guys. So we have our wiring harness installed. I am going to be doing a wire tuck because I really don't like the fact that the wiring harness sits right up top here. But we're just putting it there to make sure everything runs right, and then maybe eventually down the road when everything's running good and it's tuned, we'll go ahead and do a nice little wire tuck just to clean up the engine bay. But it's pretty much all set. We just have to put on the test pipes. We have to put on the drive shaft. We've got to fill up all the fluids. I accidentally broke this little power steering sensor switch right here, so I might just JB weld a little connector back on, and then we'll be good to go. So I got a couple things, you know, I gotta do. Even though I wanted to get this thing started, it's always so much more work than what I entail it to be or what I think it's gonna be. So I gotta take it easy. I wanna make sure I do everything right, just like I was talking about earlier, and we're gonna get this thing running soon. So stay tuned. We're gonna have a first start video probably next video. I just gotta get everything done throughout this week. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching us get the engine in, get everything all together and ready to go. I'm super stoked on this build. Like, I don't even know what I got coming towards me. I hope that most of what we wired as far as vacuuming with the wastegates and as far as the fuel pressure and the boost solenoids, I hope everything is on point. I don't think there's any other way to do it. Obviously, that's how I feel right now. I'm hoping that we don't run into any issues, but I guess we won't know until we go ahead and get it started and see what's going on. Of course, we're gonna have to adjust, you know, our regulator for the fuel pressure, and then yeah, go from there. Took off my condenser. I'm gonna go ahead and order a new condenser. I'm gonna fix that plug. We're gonna get all the little dumb things ready to go, and we'll be able to get it first start in the next video. I'm hoping everything is right with the freaking timing, because that was a pain in the ass last engine build, but I think we got everything on point this time. One last thing before we go, I have to thank all of you for watching my videos, for smashing that like button. It really helps out with everything, and to see all the support behind me whenever like I post a snap on Instagram of just like the progress that's going on with the build. You guys are incredible. You guys are always replying to the stories, and you guys always have something good to say, and I really appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. So thanks again. If you guys want to support the build, you can head over to DoubleASupply.com. We do have some merch you guys can purchase. I do ship out once a week. So yeah, that's really it, guys. Thank you. We'll see you guys in the next video. Woo! Guys, if you are as stoked as I am to get this thing running, please go ahead and smash that like button. Trust me, you guys do not want to miss the next video. I got some good content coming out for you guys. as far as the first start. I just gotta edit it. But while you guys wait, we got some 2 videos up on the screen you guys can check out. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? If you like G35s and stupid ginger shit, just go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.